I'm going to close out with this, and just we'll see what God does with this. So the story of the woman that puts the poor widow. If you want, it's in 2 of the Gospels, but Luke chapter 2, it's there. Something that struck me about that is this last year, man. I feel like, if I was gonna say, man, it's like the enemy. It felt like the enemy took my story and has totally tried to rewrite it. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're looking around at your life and you're like, man, like, how did I get into this situation? And some of it, sure, some of it has to do with our own decisions. I understand that. But there's an element of it, and you know when you know, where it feels like something else, someone else, is trying to rewrite the way the rest of the world sees your story. Right? And sometimes when you have illness in the family, you have different challenges, things like that, they all affect the narrative of your story.
The narrative of the young lady, if I may. Her mites became mighty for God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mites. That's the name of the mite I put in. It was because she gave all that she had left. Sometimes we get to the end of our story and we're like, God, this is all I have left. There's some things I invested in people that didn't stay when my family went through what they went through. I invested heavily in the church system since I was a kid. And I had the belief that the church would I grew up in the church. I had this perspective, as long as we're following God and we're serving God, man, that this group of people is going to be there. And that wasn't the case. And a lot of times my story was not good for the brand of the church. It wasn't pretty. It was ugly. It was intense. It was hard to look at. And for some of us, I mean, you know what that feels like. There's parts of your story that are tough to look at. I want to encourage you that may be the exact highlight of your story, where God shows up and says, look, I can redeem your story. Just give me all you have left. Put those mites. If they want to become mighty, right? Put them in the altar. Put them at the altar, and give them to God. And He's going to take what's left, and He can do amazing things with what's left. I'm living from what's left. I feel like I got emptied out. I feel like I don't enjoy the thought of preaching. I don't enjoy the thought of playing music. I don't enjoy it because it's been so long just checking on my daughter all day long, make sure she's still breathing. It's not because I don't care, but there's some things I don't have that I used to have. I can't muster up encouragement in and of myself. I literally need God to take what's left and to do His will with what's left. And it's happening. This year I saw a house get built around my family so we could bring my daughter home. We didn't have a place to live. I was still, and I'm praying. I'm like, God, and I remember it was so funny. I'm watching it get built around me. And I'm like, I'm still struggling, God. I see what you're doing. I want there to be a month where I don't have to look and wonder how you're going to do this, that, and the other thing. And then eventually 1 year turns into 2 years, turns into 4 years. And you realize that life may not change. And you realize that there may be some things that I never get back. But I believe with all of my heart, whatever I have left, God's going to use it because it's His. I don't have any. I'm out. I'm out of strength. I'm out of options. And I've been in this place for probably well over a year now. And so I want to just share that with you today. Like, our stories are a sermon. And I know if you were to come to my house and you were to see my family and see my kids and realize that, man, you do not look like what you've been through. I don't even look like what I feel like. Because what I feel like ain't that great. But when you come and you see, it's like, wow, God $10,000 to build an addition on the house. We didn't have a penny. And he did all that with what we had left. With what we had left. God, I pray you take what we have left, whatever that may be, and Lord, that you would turn our story into a testimony and a manifestation, that you would manifest in our lives. Lord, I thank you that your strength is made perfect in our weakness. God, I thank you that you can take what little it feels like we have left, and you can not only sustain us, but you can be a witness and a testimony to those around us that God is real, and he has put his hand on your life. Amen. God bless you guys. Thank you for having me.